Best time of the year. Both teams are peaking. This is the time where, a lot can be decided, or at least begin to be decided in games just like this.
And we're off and underway. Virginia wins the opening tip.
She put up 22 points, had a double-double, 22 points, 12 rebounds in that game.
White drives inside and gets to go.
And that's why she's there. Yeah, she's very confident on her attacks.
Here's Hidalgo, kicks it out, and it goes.
She is third in the ACC with assists. We talked about her and Kamora Johnson. Kymora can drop dimes as well.
Inside, Amanze with the finish. Change there in the number here on this Sunday, so just keep that in mind, Notre Dame fans at home. As Smith goes up and had it denied. And Hidalgo with the rebound. She'll push it up. Goes for three and connects.
A lot when you think about this Notre Dame team who doesn't use a lot of players.
And a steal for the Cavaliers. Levy with the spin move. Just subbed in the game, Romy Levy. And already an instant impact for her as Moore has another tray.
They wanted to deter that shot.
Ayanda Moore just shooting below 40% from behind the arc. Monte on the cut inside. And run.
It was off balance. I mean, you would expect she would not have been able to come out with that, but a soft hit.
Johnson collects the board now, one-on-one here for Clark against Moore. And a good defense there from Moore. And on the other end, she get another one, splashes it home. A turnover going in Notre Dame's way. Asper kind of hesitated, and she was able to recollect her shot. Amante just got a hand on it.
Yeah, she's kind of the driving force behind Virginia's offensive fluidity. She and her team lead the conference in assists, and she does a lot for her team to kind of keep that offense going.
And Smith connects there on the mid-range jumper.
Deter the three-point shots, which Moore has already been hitting in this game.
Prosper gives it up, and Sanchez lost it on the way up. An opening frame.
I like how Notre Dame is using a little bit of high-low action to try to penetrate the paint. The move there, but see, Weimer, the blocked shot.
White whips one inside to Smith, who gets it to go. And about a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, but Gabby White coast to coast. In clock down the three to Jesus, finds the open Bransford, who lays it in right before the horn. And that puts Notre Dame up by one in our first 10 minutes of action.
Coach Ivey, I think, has done a good job with the high-low, trying to beat it that way. And once they get that going, if they're able to get that going, then they can be dangerous.
Johnson on the elbow jumper. White inside to Weimer. Amante squares up and connects. You tell Amante they want to feed it to her down low, and it's worked so well. 3 for 3 from the floor. And Clark from 3, and buries it. Now Hidalgo trying to come back the other way. Sanchez on a 3, and she swishes that one home. Virginia offense, look at that. Amante mossing her defender and getting the layup to go on down. And this is called a high point pass right there. Amante reaches up and gets it. An aggressive move. But it's always great to have those key additions back into your rotation, especially with the final month of conference play. Johnson hits the brakes, and a smart bucket for her. Virginia penetrates there from Clark. She gets the layup to go on down. Another.
See her go off the dribble, take Hannah Hidalgo. Yeah, Leah Cole's try.
See you. Big offensive rebound here in the second quarter. And Johnson with a splash in the mid-range. And a spin and a turnover. Hidalgo with the open court. And she'll lay it in for the easy 2.
Of course, the steals, that's something that she does. She doesn't have a whole lot of them just yet, but we can expect to see some more of those in the second half.
Cavaliers looking for the last great shot of this half. And Levy with an and-one opportunity.
Defense by the Irish leading to fouls in Virginia.
Good ball security team. They're the third best in the ACC with turnovers per game, so they're not usually a sloppy team. As there's a follow-up, and Mike will love the assist on that one. 10-point lead for Virginia. They just continue to add on to this lead. And Prosper with the offensive board, but swatted away. 4 players on the floor right now for Notre Dame have 2 personal fouls each. It's only Prosper with the 1 personal foul. To Jesus for 3. They needed that one. And all on her defensively is Gabby White with a double team on her. Got her a miss. Put back is in.
Put back. She was off balance. You see her go for the shot there. Didn't go in, and then she gives her own rebound. Comes up strong through the contact to finish.
So who's going to step up right now for the Fighting Irish? Prosper, double team, nice find, the lay-in right back for Notre Dame. Johnson drives in. She goes up with it and makes it.
She's just off right now. She hasn't had the reps in this game, but she can hit those really long shots. You almost would think she prefers them from that far out.
There's Prosper in that same corner, and she buries the triple.
A little bit of height, right? So when getting out on that corner, because they were probably, if I had to guess, if I had to look back at those plays, tough shot by Taylor Lamonze there with the spin around. Still got a little bit of room, a little bit of headway to get that shot off.
Hidalgo, floater, got it. From behind the arc for Notre Dame here in this third quarter especially. Johnson throws it up and got it to finish.
Coaching herself up.
Clark splits the defenders. Got her a miss. A block. And a reset here for Virginia. Johnson for 3.
The lid has come off for her. She's already got her 4 assists now. She's getting it done for her own part, calling her own.
A lot of history for Kamora Johnson today, leading all Cavaliers with 17 points, and Levy with the steal. The Cavaliers in transition. Johnson again finishes. 15-point lead now for Virginia.
She's feeling it. Hannah Hidalgo is going to do what she can. Tough shot by Hannah Hidalgo. Yeah, she has just decided, right? She's come into this game at this point and said, hey, I've got it. Look at the touch pass.
Johnson again.
Come down. Again, she's calling her own number, doing what she can do. Way out. Doesn't matter. She can hit that from way out.
Notre Dame back inside. A nice 2 there for Coles.
And Kamora Johnson, she just led Paris Clark a little bit too far, a little too high. It sailed on her in that last possession, but it was a frantic set of possessions for both teams.
Weimer lays it in. Hidalgo not on the floor right now for Notre Dame. And Prosper lost it. Johnson ahead to Levy. Perfect connection. A bit of everything today. She has scored the basketball well, but she's also dishing it out. As you see Romy Levy there at the finish, looking like a quarterback.
We talk about Ayanna Moore. She's so good on the free throw shooting. If you've got no time on the clock and you need somebody to make that shot, it's going to be Ayanna Moore.
Hidalgo going to work for the Prosper. Inside, good finish for her.
Son Prosper forcing her will. As we talked about before, Hannah Hidalgo, she's got 15 points, 4 fouls. She's already got 7 assists.
There's more for 3, and she splashes one home. Like in that situation, Johnson doesn't need to fire off that shot, right? Hidalgo, wild shot. Just threw it up. It hit nothing but now for Virginia, so we'll get you another look here at this wild layup from Hidalgo.
She was not determined.
Shot clock is at 5. White's going to go to work. Finds Amonze on the cut. Who finishes? And Virginia, when it looked like their offense was kind of going quiet, Crystal, they just go right back to the... White finds Clark. Clark, left-hand scoop.
number for the finish.
There's more for three. They needed that one. Ayanna Moore with her 5th made triple of this game. It's the little things sometimes. Great job from Monte in the defense. Kamora Johnson, a one-on-one the other way, and she lays it up. De Jesus, Branford giving it back and forth. Hidalgo on the floater. She connects, and a timeout here for Notre Dame. De Jesus back to Moore. Good double team there from Virginia. Hidalgo high off the glass.
Always impressive, that high bank.
I mean, even though it's a 9-point game with the dwindling seconds, Hidalgo is still showing up impressive buckets right there.
Yeah, that high kiss off the...
2 for 2 at the line, and the Virginia Cavaliers get back-to-back wins at home. An 81-70 win over Notre Dame.